is it mindset stuff today, sort of leadership stuff with Leslie, I believe. So what we're going to do, I know you guys had some good workouts. We did a good one on Monday. And we're going to kind of slow it down today, do some stretching, do some mobility stuff. So muscle and mobility. You need a little bit of space, water bottle nearby. What we're going to do is we're going to start on our back. Okay, and you just want to sort of find a comfortable spot. We're just going to kind of lay on your back. Okay, and you want to go one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And what I want you to do, you can even close your eyes here if you want. You can put a pillow under your head if you need. And what we're going to do here is some deep belly breathing. So I want you to feel like your belly rises first as you breathe in. And then the chest rises last, and then exhale. We're trying to relax the body. If you want, you can go both hands on your stomach. Feel everything expand. Just really trying to slow down that breath, slow down our thoughts. I want you to sort of feel your body as much as you can. Feel your body kind of heavy on the floor. And we're going to do what's called box breathing. So we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold for 4 seconds. And then we're going to exhale for 4 seconds and hold for 4 seconds. So just like we're sort of tracing the edge of a box. So let's breathe in for 4 seconds. So in for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold 2, 3, 4. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. We're going to keep that breath going. So breathe in. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go one more cycle. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to go back to normal deep belly breath breathing. So breathe in. Fill the belly, that low back presses into the floor, and then exhale. Relax the whole body. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Let's go one more time. Breathe in. Good. Now, if you've got your eyes closed, we're going to open those eyes, and I want you to keep breathing into the belly, keep that breath going, and we're going to start with our hips and our knees. So we're just going to start with that right leg. We're just going to start moving it in and out, just gently here. Hands can be on the floor. We just want to get some gentle movement into the hip. And we want to sort of breathe as we're doing that. So focusing on deep belly breaths like we've been doing. As you start to feel that hip kind of loosen up a little bit, maybe go a little bit further each way. It doesn't have to be big. You can do little ones. If your hip is feeling a little bit tight, just as much as your body's going to let it go. Let's switch to that left knee. Bring that left knee in and out. Sort of feeling a good stretch into the hips here. Make sure we keep that breath going. Big belly breath in. Exhale. Good. Okay, we're going to get both of those legs moving together, just kind of windshield wiper back and forth. You should feel pretty relaxed here, guys. Shouldn't be any stretching, just gentle movement with our hips here. Good. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make our way into our cobbler stretch here. So we're going to bring that left foot on top of that knee. Sorry, this one is called thread the needle. So here we got a gentle stretch into that glute. If you need a little bit more, pull that knee up. Okay, we want to get that breath going. So big breath in, fill the belly. As you exhale, you sort of pull that knee in tighter. So big breath in, exhale. Try to relax your head. If you need a pillow under it, you can grab that pillow. Just want to get a good stretch into that left glute. Good. We're going to bring that foot down. Now, before we switch sides, we're going to keep that same left one on. And what we're going to start to do is we're going to start to press that left ankle into our knee as hard as we can without holding our breath. So we still want to breathe. We're going to press that ankle into my knee and pull my knee away. We're going to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax and we're going to try and pull that ankle away from our knee as you're trying to bring that ankle towards your face for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to relax it back on that knee. We're going to do that one more time. So that hip should be really firing up. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start to press into my leg as hard as I can, making sure we're breathing. So press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Press hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to try and pull your shin and your ankle towards your face for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You can use your hand if you need a little help for 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax that one and we're going to switch sides. So that right leg's going to come over the left knee. Okay. And then again, just sort of relaxing here for a little bit. If you get into a good stretch, we're going to hold it. If you need to pull that knee up for thread the needle, we're going to find that deep belly breath. Want to relax into that stretch. So big breath in. Big, deep exhales. Good. Okay, we're going to bring that foot back to the floor. Okay, we're going to start to press nice and hard into my knee, making sure we're still breathing here. We're going to press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pull it off the knee as far away as we can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax everything back on that knee. How are we doing, guys? We're going to do that one more time here. So if you want, get nice and comfortable on that floor. We're going to start to press our ankle into our knee. We're trying to press that knee as far away from you as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pull that ankle as close to your face and chin as you can. Pull hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax that back down. Good. Both feet are going to come to the floor. We're going to gently roll onto our right side. We're going to plant that left hand on the floor and use that left hand to sort of push ourselves up. We're going to make our way into our cobbler stretch next. So what we want to do is we want to get nice and comfortable on the floor. We're going to bring our heels together. And we want our knees to sort of be hovering off the floor on each side. So what we want to do is sort of make sure that we're sitting nice and straight. Sometimes we'll be leaning onto the right or we'll be leaning onto the left side. We want to make sure that we've got our weight sort of evenly spread out right down the middle of our body. What we're going to do is we're just going to get into a good posture here and get a good stretch. So make sure that chest is nice and proud. Okay, back is nice and straight. We just want to let our arms relax on our knees, and we're going to do some belly breaths here. So again, filling the belly with as much air as you can in through our nose for 3, 2, 1, and then a big exhale out your mouth for 3, 2, 1. Good. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Big sigh for 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one, guys. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Big exhale for 3, 2, 1. Good. We should feel our body kind of relaxing into this position with our deep breaths. What we're going to start to do is start to press gently down into our knees. So I've got my arms, sort of my forearms pressing gently down into my knees. It doesn't want to be too hard, maybe 20%. And I want my knees to press up with the same amount of tension. So we want to keep everything in the same position. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure we breathe, and we're going to press as hard as we can now with our knees pulling up and our hands pushing down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Make sure we're still breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring our hands up, and we're going to try to push our knees down to the floor like we're popping a balloon under each knee. So pull down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to pop that balloon, guys, as hard as you can for 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to relax here. Find that breath again. Big belly breath in. Exhale. Big breath in through your nose. And exhale. Good. We want to sort of relax the mind a little bit with our breathing, right? Get into that calm, kind of relaxed state. I know you guys have done some yoga, so that's the same idea of kind of getting yourself relaxed with that deep belly breath in. Exhale. Good. We're going to do that one more time. So forearms are going to come back to our knees, and we should be feeling a little more comfortable in this stretch now. We're going to start to press down into our legs, and our legs are pressing up with the same amount of pressure. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Maybe we go a little harder. Make sure we breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come up, and we're pulling our knees to the floor like we're popping a balloon for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to pull them down hard for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to relax those knees. What we're going to do is we're going to get nice and tall. We're going to start to reach forward, keeping those knees as far down as we can. We're just going to, again, find that breath, reaching forward. I want you to really feel like you're filling your belly with air. Good. We're going to slowly make our way back up nice and tall. And what we're going to start to do is get some mobility, some movement through this new range of motion that we should kind of feel like we're in now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms out to the side, and I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades as tight as you can behind you. So we don't want to pull our shoulders up, but we want to squeeze them behind. And from here, we're going to keep our chest nice and tall. We're going to slowly bend forward until we feel a good stretch. And then we're going to pull our knees to the floor as we come up nice and tall. We're going to go through that a few times. Okay, so as we come down, pull ourselves forward as if someone's pulling a string forward. And then I'm going to exhale. Back up nice and tall, using my knees, pressing down to the floor. Here we go. Come forward into that stretch. Exhale. Good. If you felt good with your arms there, you can stay there, or you can bring your arms nice and close and do that same thing. So we're going to bring ourselves forward. Either way is good. And then when you've reached your maximum, you're going to press your knees down and get yourself upright. You should feel a really good stretch into the groin, into the inner thighs. We're going to go back and forth. Exhale. Now, if you guys want to try the tougher combination, so we've got level 1, level 2. Level 3 is our hands behind our head, but we want to be careful that we're not pulling our head forward. We just want to have just the fingertips barely touching our head. We're going to pull our elbows behind, squeeze those shoulder blades and come forward. Find that maximum stretch, and then on an exhale, good. We're going to go for 5 reps here. So I want you to go at your own pace. Breathe in on the way down. Good. We're keep pulling those elbows behind. Keep pulling those knees down. Keep that breath going. Excellent, guys. Last 2 here. Sit nice and tall. Big breath in as you come forward. Good. The last one here. Let's try and go as far as we can here. And then exhale. Good. Nice job, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to use our hands to slowly bring our knees back up. And then we're just going to bring our legs back up. We're just going to sort of shake our legs out a little bit. That was a really good stretch. Okay, if you've got a water bottle nearby, let's grab a quick sip of water. And we're going to slowly make our way into what's called a 90-90 stretch. So we did this one last Wednesday. So what we want to do is we want to sit, so we sort of have our legs in this position here. So I've got my right one forward, okay? And we want to sort of take a look, that front shin, we want that to be straight with that back thigh. And then if we look at this one and this one, they sort of make like a square. If I were to draw a square in between here, we want to kind of feel like we're nice and tall. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be leaning onto your right hand and your right butt cheek, but we want to sort of see if we can get ourselves nice and tall. And just thinking of trying to sit nice and flat on the floor. Now, what you can do, if you've got a yoga block or a pillow, you can put that under the higher hip, and that will help to sort of keep you nice and tall, something to sit on. If you don't have that, you can use a pillow, or you can even use something that you've got nearby that you can kind of help to sit on. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn our body towards that front knee. Okay, again, we want to stay tall, and we're going to pull our belly button towards our knee. Okay, we're going to come forward into a stretch here. And we want to feel a good stretch into that right hip on that front side. So nice and tall. You guys are doing a good job of that. We don't want to round the back. We want to chest proud. We're almost looking forward. And I want you to find a good stretch for you. It can be maybe you're down on your forearms. That's too much for me. So I'm going to stay nice and tall, keeping my back flat. We want to find that breath. So when you're breathing in, you should feel your belly sort of pressing into your leg as you breathe in. And then exhale. Feel your whole body relax. Big breath in. Exhale. Good.
Breathing as deep into our belly and that low back as we can. We want to sort of relax as much as we can. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start to create some tension. So my entire shin, that whole shin, we're going to start to press down into the floor. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds. So press down here, guys, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to crush it down into the floor for 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax and see if we can come a little bit more forward into that stretch now. Okay. If you feel like your leg's getting tingly, that just means you need to back off a little bit. We don't want to go too far. Just want to feel a good little bit of discomfort, a little bit of a stretch into that front hip. We're going to do that one more time. Okay, so we're pressing our shin down into the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to come right back up to that tall position. Let ourselves relax from that stretch. I'm just going to move my camera so you guys can see me a little bit better. There we go. Okay. How are we doing, guys? Give me a thumbs up if we're with me still. Awesome. You guys are looking great. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto our elbows. So we're sort of on a little bit of a weird side plank. We've still got our 90-90 position here. Okay. We want to sort of press into the floor, so we don't want to collapse. We want to press our chest nice and tall. What we're going to do with this back leg is we're going to tuck that knee in a little bit. We're going to lift that back foot up and down. We're going to do that for 10 reps here. Okay, so nice and slow. If you're having trouble doing that, the closer you bring the knee, the easier it's going to be. Okay, and I want you to slowly find that middle zone where you're just able to challenge yourself. Make sure we breathe here. Just gently lifting that back foot up. Excellent, guys. We're going to go for one more rep. Now we're going to hold and pull your foot up as hard as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax that back down. We're going to come up onto our hands and sit nice and tall. And we should feel like this position might be a little more comfortable now than when we first started. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to start to lift that front knee up. So this is one of my favorite mobility drills. If my hip's feeling like it's sore or if it's feeling a little bit tight, this is one of the ones that really helps me to loosen it up and feel good with that. So what we want to do is we want to press down through that front knee. So sometimes I'll put my hand on there or I'll have my hand on the floor. And as I'm pressing down here, I want to start to lift that back one up and down. And we're just going to go for a few reps here. Even if you're just going with little ones, I want you just to go as much as your hip's going to let it move. And just gently sort of moving that knee up and down. Good. Looking good, guys. I got so many screens, I can't see everyone. I'm going to switch to the other view here. There we go. Good. Okay. We're here. Now what we're going to do is I want you to lift that leg as high as you can, and we're going to try to hold it up for 10 seconds here. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to go for a few more reps, seeing if we can get to that new height here. That hip should be feeling really good. That's looking excellent, Lindsay. Really good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lift it up and then we're going to switch everything over. So all I'm doing is keeping my feet in the same spot. You can sort of lean back. We're just kind of windshield wipering my feet and we're going to make our way onto the other side. So now we're kind of back in that position, 90-90. My left leg is back. We've got that square here in the middle. We're sitting nice and tall. Again, if you've got that yoga block, so for me, I definitely need that yoga block. I'm going to put that under my back hip to sort of elevate that hip. We're sitting nice and tall. Again, we want that chest proud. We're going to turn to that left knee. We're going to start to pull forward, staying nice and tall, finding a good stretch into that front hip and sort of finding that belly breath. We want to breathe in, Fill our lower belly, sides, and low back with as much air as we can. Exhale. Relax on that exhale. Sort of find that relaxing feeling. Good, nice and tall. Couple deep breaths here. Good. Doing great here, guys. Good. What we're going to start to do is that next step where we start to press down into the floor through that front shin. Okay, so make sure we don't hold the breath. We're going to press down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax everything. Take a couple deep breaths here. Maybe if we feel like our body allows, we can come a little deeper into that stretch. If not, that's okay. Stay where you're at. Deep breaths here, trying to relax the body. We're going to do that one more time. So we're pressing down through that shin, staying nice and tall for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax everything. We're going to come down onto our forearms. So we're sort of in that side plank. We're going to tuck that back knee up and we're going to just start to lift that foot up and down. So find that position where you're just barely able to lift the foot. The knee's going to stay down on the floor. We're just lifting that foot. Imagine like you're trying to slide a piece of paper under it. That's all we need to get is that little, maybe a centimeter up. We're just going up and down with that back foot, nice and slow here. And we're going to lift and hold it in a few seconds here. So we're going to lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go back up and down for 5 reps. 2, make sure we're breathing here. 3, 4, last one for 5. Excellent, guys. Let's come up onto that hand. We're going to get nice and tall. Now we're going to press down through that left foot. We're going to lift that back knee up. And we're just going to go for a few reps here, just slowly starting to open up that hip. We want to sit as tall as we can. Again, you're going to notice one side is a little bit tighter than the other. For me, this is my tighter side, which is okay. That just means I need to focus on it a little bit more. And we're just breathing, exhaling as that hip comes up. Nice job, guys. We're going to grab water in about a minute here. Okay, so let's get through another little bit of these. We're going to lift and we're going to hold that knee as high as we can. Here we go, guys. Lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 5 reps to see if we can get to that same height now. Good. Really pull that knee as far back as you can. Make sure we're breathing. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Now we're going to finish with some windshield wipers. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and forth as slowly as you can. Those hips should feel like they're moving nice and easy now. Excellent. It's looking good, Lindsay. Good. Nice, Jerry. Kaylee, that's looking awesome. Leaf, you're doing okay? Excellent. Good, Adam. And just kind of keep moving through that. So if you find this is getting a little bit easy and you want to try, if you want to try a little bit tougher, you want to sit up nice and tall, and we're just going to try to go one hand at a time. Okay, I'm a little bit sore today, so I'm not going to be able to demonstrate that, but we're going to go one hand. There we go. And then if you can, this is a real challenge, is going hands together, like you're kind of hands together, and see if you can go. This is really challenging. Oh, some of you guys are getting it. Nice. I can barely do it. Just back and forth. Staying nice and tall. We just want those hips to move nice and smooth. Nice job, guys. Really good. I'm going to come back to hands on the floor because I'm not good. There we go. And you just want to go back and forth, feeling those hips move just like butter. Really good. All right, let's do last 5 here. 2. Make sure we're breathing, not holding that breath for 3. Here's 4. Last one for 5. Good, nice job, guys. Okay, let's grab some water here. I promised a water break, so let's relax for about 30 seconds, grab some water. So we got about 5 minutes left here. We're gonna do a 5-minute stretch, and then we'll do 5 minutes of questions if you guys have any. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a pillow. We're gonna make our way into sort of half kneeling stretch. So I've got my right leg up, my right leg down, my left leg up. We want to sort of get into our hip flexor here. Okay, so again, what we're going to do is we're going to sit nice and tall. We want to tuck that tailbone. We're going to press forward. We want to feel a stretch into the front of that back leg. Okay, our core is nice and tight. We want to find that breath. What I like to do is think of tucking my tailbone first. So I almost tuck my tailbone underneath, and then I press forward. Find that breath, filling the belly with air. Exhale. Really deep breaths here, guys. If you want, you can find that balance. Or if you want, you can rest that both hands on that front knee. Whatever you're feeling is good. We're going to start to press a little bit more into that stretch here. Just find that breath. Good. Now we're just going to go back and forth. So find that position nice and tall. We're going to go 5 reps. Back and forth, sort of find that tailbone, tuck it under first. Good. 3. 4, make sure we're staying tall. Nice job, Leaf. And last one for 5. Good, that should be a good stretch into that right leg. We're gonna switch now, left leg down, right leg coming back up. Okay, I'm gonna go this way so you can see me. Again, we wanna tuck that tailbone, stay nice and tall as we push forward. Okay, keep that core nice and tight. Still breathing into the belly. Find that good stretch here. Good, nice job, guys. Again, hands can be on that knee or it can be on the hips, or if you want to balance, whatever works for you. They can be on your head. They can be out here. Whatever feels good for you. We just want to get a good stretch into that back hip, the front side of it. Okay, and now we're going to start to go in and out. So nice and slow for 5 reps. Keep that tailbone tucked. Don't let it pop back up. Good. Good. Last one for 5. Good. Nice job, guys. Let's come onto the floor. And we got one more stretch to finish before we get into questions. So we're going to go feet nice and wide. Okay. And you want to sort of use your hands to shimmy your legs as much as you can, staying nice and tall. Okay. This is one of my favorite stretches. Is what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands forward. This is sort of the one that we did last week as well. We're going to crawl our hands to the right, and we're going to bring that inside hand into my sort of inner thigh. And then I'm reaching, trying to get a good stretch here. Find that belly breath. Big breath in, fill the belly with air. Exhale. Good. Stay as tall as you can here. We're going to hang out here for about a good minute. So try to relax into it. Good. Keep using that breath here, guys. Keep reaching. Good. We're going to slowly bring ourselves back up. We're going to find that other side. So we're going to turn to that left leg now. Arm goes on the inside. We're going to reach up and over. Probably notice one side feels a little bit better than the other. That's okay. Find that big, deep belly breath. Good. Last one. Good. We're going to come back up. Guys, let's grab a sip of water. And then at this time, if anyone has any questions, if you'd like to unmute yourself, we got about 4 minutes